We are on a voyage to watch every piece of Star Trek media ever. And right now we're on the animated series, episode 21?
21.
21.
Two more, man. Two-part finale. Let's go. They're not, but it's...
Yeah, I'm sure the finale will also be a nice story to tie
everything up in the cartoon. Yep.
Yeah.
We shall see. All right. We're going to get started right now.
Space, the final frontier.
Did we already make a comment how there's no hook? It just starts with the intro.
Yeah, early on we talked about it. We're like, yeah, there's no cold opens, and sometimes the opening scene will like act as a cold open and then fade out to black with a hook. Then sometimes, like I feel like last episode, it just goes. You know, it's kind of random.
How sharp.
Interesting.
Two writers and was that Bill Reed at the bottom there?
Yeah, he's directed a handful of them.
Heading toward us, warp 3.
No readings yet, Captain. Possibly a second probe.
That's a nice shot. I don't see that one often.
Readings indicate the vessel is composed entirely of crystalline ceramic. I would almost say...
Oh.
Captain, we're losing speed. The helm doesn't answer. We're going sublight.
Bridge to engineering, Mr. Scott.
Bro has the deepest cheekbones. Even in the animated series, Sulu can't be in every episode. He has to miss even the animated series.
All engines stop, sir.
Give me a damage report as soon as possible, Scotty.
I'm still checking, but it's minimal so far, sir. No structural...
He's talking a lot. Do you think he has to be involved somehow, right?
Just instantly, he's involved. I think it was a good shot.
Sensors indicate we are now being probed.
Captain, there it is.
What the hell?
Whose horribly colored, designed ship is this?
Lock main phases on that ship and open fire.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Spock, status on other ship.
Still approaching, Captain. Going sublight. It continues to probe us.
Get him on the screen. Talk to him. What?
Oh, there you go, Eric.
It even got Eric's to crack. What? Nothing cracks Eric's. Holy shit.
You know, there'd be like certain wrestlers everyone tries to get pop, you know, the Erics, they try to get him to crack.
Yeah, everyone tries to break The Undertaker. Everyone tries to break Eric's, yeah.
Or again, I've heard about that in TV shows too, like certain actors never break and they try to get them to break.
Oh.
Because I believed you had forgotten me, but one in your midst knows my name.
Check off.
No, he's not here. What?
And all of your kind shall perish.
Mr. Walking Bear,
Oh my god. Dude.
how do you know who's aboard that ship?
How many times are you gonna say his name?
You don't deserve it, yeoman, but you're getting a few days' bed rest.
Mr. Walking Bear, what do the legends say about...
Well, shit.
All right. I just like how we just intercut the bones just yelling.
And a yeoman. And a male yeoman.
You don't deserve it.
Captain's log, stardate 6063.5.
Damn, two episodes in a row.
Yeah, Spock just has to take over every time.
Captain Kirk and 3 other officers have vanished.
This looks super cool. Pick one.
Yeah. What?
So beautiful.
Where did it come from?
Let's find out.
Well, don't start climbing it, then it disappears. Because they just changed that room like 30 times, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just fall to your death. But then they make a pond appear underneath you.
You are supposed to be monitoring the alien vessel. Our first priority is to free the Enterprise and ourselves. Return to your duties.
Don't worry about it.
I heard it doesn't even say like yes sir or anything. She's like, oh.
I've never seen a combination like this before.
That pyramid seems to be the center of everything. I'm going up there.
No, here we go.
Are they trying to tell us the Mayan calendar's a thing because of this guy?
Yeah, that's what it seemed like they were hinting at, almost like an Ancient Aliens type angle.
Walking down the steps of something that big is probably one of my primal fears. Especially those pretty steep stairs.
You know his legs are on fire.
Oh, yeah.
The sun. That's it. Scotty, turn the head all the way around and aim it up here.
Aye, sir.
I like how they weren't lazy and they made it sound like he was yelling from far away.
Turn the other heads this way. Bones! The serpent heads!
What?
I'm coming down!
Oh, okay.
Okay, Bones.
In a full sprint.
This is the last one, sir.
That was not
That
my
was
boy.
not Bones' voice.
No.
Since when would Bones ever say sir?
It was just a generic one.
This is Kublai Khan's signaling device.
After scores of centuries, my design has been fulfilled.
I think Bones is the only one to call him Jim, or the first one at least. Pretty sure Spock did at some point.
Yeah, I think Spock has very few times, yeah. Oh!
Use them on me.
This thing's terrifying.
Yeah, jeez.
If I was a kid, I'd be like, oh my god.
Only with reason.
Where is your hate? You hate me, do you not?
I don't even know you.
He's like, I don't really care.
But we don't hate you.
You fired your weapons at me.
We used them in self-defense. You fired on us.
I am your master.
Nope, changes the subject. Typical.
Bones, Scotty, quiet.
It is
I didn't say anything.
strayed from the path I set for you.
You say that we forgot you. How can you expect us to regard you as a deity if we don't...
He's gonna pivot again.
To me, then it is my task
Yep,
to
here we
teach
go.
you.
Can't get him to answer a straight question.
They eat, breathe, and live in worlds created by my machinery, worlds only they can see.
So like a menagerie type situation?
That city and all else I taught to your ancestors, but they became evil.
Oh, damn. I thought they were just like incompetent, but no, apparently they're evil.
I have seen you on many worlds, savage, warlike, filled with self-hate.
I like how they're all looking up, but he's just looking straight.
As an experiment, I visited your Earth.
Like, you know, in movies and stuff for CGI, they'll put like the tennis ball, but it's like it's animated. They still couldn't get it right.
Nothing you have done so far makes me believe that is true. My creatures here have little intelligence.
I'm trying to see if this thing blinks at all. I don't think so.
The fiercest and most untamable ever created lives in peace in the world that I create.
That's one of the most untamable creatures. It just looks like a dog.
They hate captivity. You try to put more than one hand on them and they throw off a charge of 2,000 volts. How did you ever capture him?
Oh, they're breaking that thing out.
But if children are made totally dependent on their teachers, they will never be anything but children.
Enough! Despite what I have shown you, you still cling to your disobedient ways.
Quit fighting me with logic.
Yeah. Bro, imagine if Spock was down here. He'd be destroyed.
That's why they left him up there.
Yeah.
Spock is the definition of, well, actually.
How was it at all relevant to show the Enterprise when they cut to that commercial break? Just like the whole of the Enterprise had nothing to do with it.
Elasticity of the force field can respond in only one direction at a time. All hands to battle stations.
Also, is that scene of Uhura asking what's wrong with him going to come into play, or are we just moving on from that?
Warp engines on standby.
That was just fill time. Oh, this is neat.
Mr. Arix, prepare to compensate for warp catapult effect. When we break free, we will...
The music's my favorite part.
Now. Lay in spiral evasive course for Kukulkan's Khan's ship.
Whoa, he did it! Dive roll.
Escaped? But how? I will smash it this time.
Oh, he's talking about the Enterprise.
What would happen if we pulled the cables on some of these cages?
Most of the animals would just lay there.
Jim, the Capellan power cat.
Told you. Thundercats. Oh, look at that guy.
Jim, if that's true, we're all in trouble.
Beam us aboard.
Quick, your hypo. Full tranquilizer setting.
I was gonna take this thing head on.
Oh, I thought he was gonna stab it right in the ass.
Boy's gonna do something?
Kuklika, I think we've earned the right to be heard.
You continue to take advantage of me, but I agree.
What a gaslighter.
It's like this thing was just living out in space. How did it become such an ass?
The violence of your kind surpasses even that of the Power Cat.
You took advantage of me. Like, bro, you captured us in a force field and brought us aboard. What do you mean?
Help!
You did, long ago, when it was needed most. Our people were children then.
Imagine, like, you're one of, you know, like an early human civilization, and then this fucking thing comes to Earth.
Ah!
Will let you go your own way. I have already done what I can.
So the lore of this thing was, he came down like, hey, you gotta build this shrine for me. They built it wrong, and he just never came back because they didn't build it right. Right?
Apparently, and we became evil, I guess.
And the Toltecs Quetzalcoatl, the Chinese dragon, and all the rest.
Ah, I was hoping it, because that was obviously a Chinese dragon. I was wondering, like, if all these cultures, like...
Stole from it?
Yeah, like, based a little bit of themselves from it.
They left much wiser.
The other ship is getting underway, sir. Heading away from Earth.
Heading away from Earth? Wait, are they close to Earth right now?
What we could have done with this knowledge, but the price was just too high.
I think I know how he felt. Line from Shakespeare.
Yes, Bones, I remember it. Truth it is to have a thankless child.
Indeed, Captain.
Laying a course for Starbase.
Look at Bone's face. He's pissed.
Wow. Like, with all that Shakespeare's written, it's like, there's a quote from Shakespeare. Yeah, I know it. It's like you already knew the quote. Just Bones, my moment.
Just took it right from him. Yeah, another weak one, unfortunately. Hoping this last one will be strong, but not great for me. A couple things I liked about it, but what'd you think?
I like the design of the thing's ship and the design of the thing. I thought it was very unique and weird looking. And I almost like it when they try to retcon a little bit of like why certain cultures are so similar. Like, I just saw this video recently, like every, you know, form of history or lore in like different cultures has some form of a dragon, even though like dragons like don't exist. Mm-hmm. So like things like that, it's like, oh, what if like the Chinese dragon and something like in other cultures all derived from this thing, where like the Mayans had, you know, their big thing, and then the Chinese took like the dragon from that thing, like things like that. Like, okay, that's kind of cool. But the thing was just an asshole.
Yeah, I agree, and I do like how they're almost doing like an ancient aliens, like aliens coming to Earth when we're still in our early civilization. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that even back in the early 70s, that's kind of like a concept being explored. I didn't know that. I thought it was a little bit more of a recent pop culture thing. That's really interesting. Beyond that, though, the actual execution of the episode, nothing really like grabbed me. A couple things to laugh at that were funny, but I feel like the charm of the show a little bit just kind of like worn off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I felt like we were very excited to watch it and like just excited to see Star Trek again. Like maybe for like the first half, and then like in the second half it wore off, but the episodes were still good. Mm-hmm. But now it's like the episodes are not as good as, you know, that first half.
Yeah, maybe it's just because it's been a while. I say a while. I mean, we've watched this over the course of like a month, but like it's been a little while, number of episodes since we've had like a really solid, really good episode. It's kind of weaker the last few, so maybe that's just making it a little bit tougher to get through. We'll see how this last one is, but yeah, been a little bit. These two have been a little bit weaker for me. These last two that we've seen. So, but overall, it is what it is. They're not 50 minutes, so I can get through them. You know, they might be a little bit boring here and there, but they're only 20 minutes. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of shots of the Enterprise to get you through it. So.
Yep.
Like, damn, look at that Enterprise. Wow, isn't that great?
And we only have one episode left.
God,
so
it's scary, dude. It's scary.
we're about to watch it right now, but not in this video. So if it's your first time here, make sure to subscribe so you can join us on our journey, watch all of Star Trek along with us, and let us know, what did you think of this episode? Do you disagree with us? Is this one of your favorites? Let us know and become part of the target audience.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this fun journey through Star Trek. I'm Alex, this is Josh, and that's it. We're done.